All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So excited to join with everyone today on this very monumental call. This very powerful call in which, what if there's one ancient secret that you learn today that ends up saving your life? That could end up saving your life or the life of someone you love. Today, February 19th, is a very powerful day. It's the day that 3 years ago, Dr. Naram left his body. I like it that Krishna says Dr. Naram decided to be born into the eternities to always be with us. And we have so many special guests from around the world today, not only honoring Dr. Naram, but with the special intention of sharing specific ancient secrets for those who may find themselves in any kind of an emergency. So specifically focused on those in Turkey and Syria who've been affected by the severe earthquake. Reports show that over 20,000 people have lost their lives in this tragedy, and so many hundreds of thousands more in the snow without home, sometimes without being able to transport because the roads were covered. We have many of our dear friends from Turkey on this call with us now, and we send you so much love. Hosting the call today with me is some wonderful people. I'm so excited to have joining with me today, Vinay Soni. Yeah. Joining from India. Vinay, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and especially on this day when my master, Dr. Naram, he took a transition, and it really helps me to live the life on the path what he has chosen for me. So it's a great honor for me to be on this call. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vinay. Just when I was going through all the pictures, it was just so beautiful finding pictures like this. And just thinking about all the depth of all the time, the memories we've spent. In fact, we have some really special guests, remarkable guests joining today, sharing memories and also sharing practical tips about Dr. Naram. So Vinay, so glad that you're here. Then also I just want to honor and recognize Dr. Giovanni Brinciavalli, co-hosting today from Italy. Giovanni, welcome, welcome.
Yes, my love to all of you, and gratitude. Thank you for creating this big opportunity for remembering our beloved master, Dr. Naram, and honoring what he has done, spreading the ancient healing secrets so that could be available for everybody. And I'm sure that also the secrets, the tips, something good can be on benefit also of the population, all the people that have suffered a lot of damage during this earthquake in Turkey and Syria. So my big respect and love to all of you and all of them.
Oh, so beautiful. We have with us who is the one who, out of love, the opening quote in the book, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you. And it's amazing, actually. Love guided my family. My entire family is here because today, February 19th, is also the 80th birthday of this amazing person, my mom. It's so amazing. So for her birthday, she wanted to come to the Big Island. We're in Hawaii right now. Yesterday, we did a pulse clinic at a little town called Volcano. And Giovanni, I can't believe what you shared with me yesterday. Do you want to share why that was significant for you?
Yeah. Because when you mentioned Volcano, some chills through my body. Because I remember that Dr. Naram, while he was in Italy, before leaving his body and merging in the light. So he was mentioning that he had a big desire to spend some time, some nights, some days in the proximity of a volcano. And he was asking me if I could find a place where we have powerful volcano, Etna, Vesuvio. So he was expressing this desire. So it is remarkable that this occasion.
It's amazing how my mom on her 80th birthday was guided to be here, and they met some beautiful people living in Volcano, that we did the Pulse Clinic in honor of him in that space. So love is clearly guiding us. And how is love guiding you? Today's call, I believe, regardless of what's said, I believe love will be present with you. And to pay attention, what love guides you to do today in honor of Dr. Naram. On the call also, we have someone who, first of all, the wonderful translators who have been working on getting the book in so many languages. One of them who was inspired to get the book translated into Turkish and completed it just in time, right before, is here on the call, Asin. Akan, hello. So honored by how love is guiding you, and so excited to share this day with you and with all who are joining from Turkey.
Hi, Yasin.
So good to see you.
Anything you want to share as we begin this call today, Asin?
Well, there are so many things to share about that. It would take long, so I had better not talk today because I have. Hello?
Oh, yeah, it was just cutting out a little bit, but keep going.
Oh, okay. No, that's all. I tell you, there are so many things to share, but that would take too long. Because I so much feeling so much gratitude and everything, so it is better that I had better translate. Okay.
One of the miracles that happened from last call is this. First of all, the book was completed in Turkish, but not able to go into Turkey. Even Asin, who translated it, doesn't have her copy. We tried to send it from so many ways. And I don't know if he's on the call, but there's a publishing company that when they saw the video from last Sunday, one of the top publishing companies in Turkey said, that's it. We need to make sure the Turkish book is published ASAP and distributed throughout all of Turkey. And Asin, through her connections and through her love, was a portal of allowing that healing miracle to happen. So Asin, amazing. Thank you for that miracle and that service of love.
Thank you.
Also, we have on the call with us Gary Malkin, who's going to be offering a very special gift of a musical meditation to really connect us with more of the compassion, more of the love, more of the possibility. And then another special guest that actually, first of all, I want to acknowledge Cornelia, always showing up with so much love, always serving with so much love. And then as another miracle, on the way to go to Volcano, I got a message from Gary saying, we need to meet my friend. She happened to live in the city on the way, and her name is Lani. And she's joining us today live, also from Hawaii. We're going to start off with a really special message from her. And then I just also want to acknowledge my family is here. And one of my sisters joined the 100-day experience. She's joining us right here as well. It's so fun to be in the same room as her and as all my family. My mom had 8 kids. And so in the celebration of her life, there's all the ripple effects, the contagious love that's happening on the planet. I just want to go through a couple announcements really briefly, and then we'll go into this message from Lani that she shared with me that really touched my heart. A couple of the announcements that are important is that for all who are from Turkey, we promised a gift of 3 chapters of the book with all the different home remedies as well from other parts in the book, many of the most powerful home remedies. We completed that. And so if you want to receive that gift, you can email Asin and she'll make sure that you have that. Well, actually, Asin, do you want to translate that real quick, a welcome and that important message?
Okay. Dr. Clint bize söz vermiş oldu. 3 bölümlük kitabın 3 bölümünü bana gönderdi. O şimdi asistanlarım Aynur'da ve Eda'da olduğu zaman, gönderdiği zaman hepinize WhatsApp'tan ve e-mail'den göndereceğiz arkadaşlar. Okay, thank you. I just informed them, but I'm just waiting for your announcement. You're going to tell me, send it, and we will. Okay, you just let me know.
Beautiful. So, Asin, I sent it to you two different ways. I sent it both in email and also
Yes.
through WhatsApp.
Yes, I have it. I have it.
Oh,
I
good,
have
good.
just sent to my assistants, and whenever you say, okay, go for it, and they will send it to everyone.
Great. Now is that moment.
Okay ben, okay. Aynur'cum, Eda'cığım şimdi şeyden WhatsApp'tan gönderebilirsiniz.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Then if you can also translate that, yeah, basically just a welcome. If you can welcome everyone from this global community and tell them about what's going to happen today, the music from Gary, and also the messages from people around the world with practical tips that could save your life or the life of someone you love. So you cannot feel fear in the midst of emergencies, but you can feel confidence and peace that you have accessible things that can help you and others. Can you translate that really quickly, Asin?
Certainly. Arkadaşlar, bu şeyin bugünkü toplantının önemi zaten biliyoruz, onu belirtmiştim. Fakat Dr. Clint'in özellikle belirtmek istediği bir şey var. Bu daha önceden de sözünü etmiştik. Bir acil yardım çantası. O acil yardım çantası Dr. Naram'ın içinde en acil durumlar için bulundurduğu bir takım şeyler var, malzeme var. Bunun şeyini bize aktaracaklar, bilgisini aktaracaklar ve bugünkü programda değişik konuklar var. Gördüğünüz gibi Dr. Naram'a çok yakın çalışmış olan kişiler. Bunlar ve bu kişilerin özel mesajlarını aktaracaklar. 3 tanesinin videosunun altyazısını biz yaptık. Aynur, Eda ve ben hallettik onu çok şükür. Onlar yerine ulaştı. Sanıyorum altyazıyla verecekler fakat diğerlerini yetiştiremediler. Dolayısıyla biz de onlara altyazı yazamadık. Ama ben onları size kısa bir şekilde aktarmaya çalışacağım. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So now, before we start, because my mom is here, I just think it's not only time where we think about new transitions, new foundations, new life, but it's amazing that on the same day when Dr. Naram left his body is the birthday of my mother. And that on this day from the volcano area where there's not only snow, but also lava, which Lonnie will talk about in a moment, is so significant and symbolic of a new foundation, of rebirth. So in this space, I just want to acknowledge my mom with love. And I just want to invite everyone to go ahead and put your hands together like this. An acknowledgement of the divine Shakti power that gave us life. And in this space, we say, I love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
Happy birthday. I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you.
Love you and I'm with you.
Birthday and I'm with you.
Hey, Clint.
No, you say Druck.
Happy birthday
To you.
Birthday
to you. Yom Huledet Sameach.
That is so beautiful. She said something, as everyone, you probably couldn't hear. You want to say that?
Now I'm loved all over the world.
Yes. You are loved all over the world. Thank you so much, Mom. All right, we want to go into this, first of all, this beautiful video clip that we recorded yesterday in the middle of the ancestors, the mountains that also represent Pele, the feminine, divine feminine creative force on the planet. And Lonnie said it was right at the same time where the whales are going through this beautiful ocean. And in this space, I just want you to go ahead and Cornelia, get it set up. We'll play this and then we'll go into the musical meditation from Dr. Naram. Asin, do you want to translate this little bit about what's about to happen? Let's see if I can unmute you.
Vaydi. Ve büyük bir tesadüf neticesinde annesinin 80. yıl dönümüne rast gelen bir olay. Daha bugün sanıyorum Doktor Giovanni Doktor Clint'e bir şey anlattı. Doktor Naram'ın ölümünden kısa bir süre önce Doktor Naram Doktor Giovanni'ye demiş ki ben bir volkanın olduğu bir yere gitmek istiyorum demiş. Ama bunun hani sebebi tam olarak anlaşılmıyor tabii ki kafasında ne olduğu. Ve Doktor Clint'in Hawaii'de şu anda bulunduğu yerde volkan faaliyette. Lavlar var fakat bir tarafta da kar varmış, soğukmuş hava. Ve o kadar büyük bir tesadüf ki bugün Doktor Naram'ın dedikleri ışığa doğdu dedikleri şey. Bugün de annesinin doğum günü ve bu nedenle Hawaii'deler ve çok büyük bir eş zamanlılık. Buna kendileri de çok şaşırdılar. Dolayısıyla böyle bir bilgi var. Bunu sizinle paylaşmamı istedi. Okay.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you so much. And I just also, before we go into that, two other announcements. Today is the last day to register for the guided detox. Today is the last day to register, whether you're going to join the 7-day or 30-day guided detox. Maybe Andrea, you can post those details. And then also coming up soon, one thing Dr. Naram loved was Landmark Forum. And Dr. Stephen Wexler is going to be doing an introduction on the Landmark Forum. It's a free event. It's a 3-hour event. And it's one thing he encouraged me personally go to. Next Sunday, we'll talk a little bit more about it. It's going to be February 28th. But if you're interested, we'll post the link for that as well. Having spoken that, I'm so excited now to share with you this video, the healing power from this beautiful land of Hawaii, and then go into the meditation guided by Gary Malkin, Emmy Award-winning composer, producer, and big, important part of this community who wants to just hold us in that space of compassion, of grief, of love. Aloha.
Aloha.
I am feeling the miracle moment happening right now. I thought I was coming to Hawaii for my mom's birthday, which I am. She's turning 80 today, her 80th birthday. And just yesterday, Gary told me I need to meet this wonderful, powerful woman, Lani. And here, I gave her a copy of the book, Ancient Secrets of Master Yoga. She not only knows Gary, but knows Alicia Lynn Diaz, who's one of her dear friends, and we just left a message. And then I found out her work is helping people processing trauma.
Yeah.
And so here, in this very powerful land of Hawaii, where the volcanoes are, she shared with me something that I feel would be so important, also for the people in Turkey and Syria, a wisdom that comes from this people in this land, a healing wisdom. And if you can share from your heart something that would be helpful.
I'd be honored. Aloha e. So I'm Lani Kama'u Yamasaki, and what I share with you is the tradition of my Hawaiian ancestors that come from the Lona tradition. And this is that we are in a time of what we call huli hia. Huli means to turn over, to flip over, and hia means to create fire. So when we are going through huli hia, all of life as we know it turns upside down, and we know in our hearts that life as we knew it will never return. Now when we look at huli hia, and knowing that hia means to create fire, it also means to create delight. So in this place of seemingly devastation, physical devastation, as we're being cleansed by the fire, it is a time of renewal, a time of birth. If we have the skills, if we have the wherewithal, the guidance of our elders in particular, to understand that we're here for a particular reason, and that is to cleanse and to come home to ourselves. And when we go through this portal, then the hia, the fire, turns into the sense of delight, because we receive the wisdom of the situation.
So beautiful. Lani also told me about her connection with Turkey, with Greece, that's where the star trails lead from her. And then even when she was looking at my shirt, she saw the symbol on the blue, saw the medicine wheel, and symbolized the purpose of this message, both the fire and the water. She gave me a gift from the ocean that I can give at the volcano. Some beautiful red
Pa'akai.
Pa'akai.
Yeah, it's ocean salt.
It's ocean salt that when you dissolve it in your mouth, it helps you dissolve anything you need to let go of.
It is a cleansing.
It's a cleansing, yeah.
Yeah.
So in this music that Gary is about to play for us, any intention that you would share as people listen to this music, channeling this healing energy,
Yeah.
what would you say is something we can hold in our hearts if we're in Turkey, for all those who are in Turkey and Syria watching, or anyone around the world? What's something we could hold in our hearts, some intention or something that we could do right now?
You know, the way our ancestors would talk about this is that we are in the right place at the right time, and there's great purpose and wisdom for us being together in this place. So to know that you're in the right place, you're at the right time, it is to now receive the wisdom. And because it is the time of great upheaval, that the upheaval is for our own purification and rebirth.
So powerful. Dr. Naram, in this ancient science, said it this way: there's no heartache, challenge, obstacle without having within it the seeds of equal or greater benefit. I love what Lonnie says. You are not here by accident.
No.
Your heart guiding you to this call now and this meditation and the downloads or the gifts that will be given to you in this space about who you can become through this challenge, through this trial, in terms of compassion and love for those who are affected and for yourself and for your family, those in your own home, is a powerful gift. So I'm looking forward to this with you. I love you and I'm with you. And from Hawaii, we say aloha.
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 Aloha oi. Aloha.
Aloha oi. So beautiful. Sin, you want to translate any of that before we go into the music? Or?
Well, that was a bit too much detail. That would take a long time.
Maybe just a little,
yeah.
little
Just,
summary.
yes, certainly. Tabii ki Hawaii'deki şeyler, inanışlar, we know from Ho'oponopono that the ancient Hawaiian belief, so we have a slight idea how it feels, how the love is so much important. So we are familiar to that. So what she has said so far, my community will just understand it well. Arkadaşlar, biliyorsunuz Ho'oponopono nedeniyle kaç kere açıklamıştım. Orada da sevginin ne kadar önemli olduğunu. Bütün toplumun şeyini sorumluluğunu aldığını, tabii ki Hawaii kültürü atalarından gelen çok önemli şeyler var, bilgiler var. Orada tabii ki şeylerle ilgili ayrıntılar anlattı. Onların hepsini aklımda tutmam mümkün değil çünkü çok uzun süren bir konuşma oldu. Ancak şeyle ilgili, depremle ilgili de tabii ki sonsuz sevgilerini gönderdiler. Ben daha fazla uzatmak istemediğim için çok kısa tutuyorum. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Lonnie, anything you want to add in this moment?
I would. Mahalo. Just so delighted to be here. And I would love to share that this is a very auspicious moon for us to celebrate the legacy of Dr. Naram, because this is the night of Kane. And Kane celebrates death and rebirth. It's a time for family, your family, our family, to gather together, to offer prayers specifically for healing and to be in spiritual retreat. So such a powerful, powerful time to be here. I'm honored and delighted. Mahalo.
So beautiful. Also, Vinay, maybe you can speak to the fact that today is also, this weekend is also Mahashivratri, which is a very powerful time in the ancient Eastern traditions as well.
Yeah, yesterday, as everybody knows, that we have celebrated the birthday of the Lord Shiva here in the Bombay, India. And it reminds me that when we were together, the team of Dr. Naram with Dr. Clint, Dr. Giovanni, Sandhya ji was there, Dr. Pujari ji was there, and we have celebrated a birthday of and Dr. Ram at that time, he has connected us with the ancient scriptures and what is the importance of this today, of the Mahashivratri, and he has given at the time so many wisdoms and insight that how the legacy goes and how the ancient secret goes to any level to help the people. And I'm really honored to be on this call because we are celebrating the 3rd anniversary of Dr. Naram. At the same time, we are here to be the more helpful to the people who really need our help of the ancient secret in the Turkey and the Syria. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Vinay. So beautiful. Asin, I know we're going too much to translate everything, but maybe you just want to talk about the
Just a
significance of
summary.
today.
Just a summary. Evet arkadaşlar, gördüğünüz gibi bir hayli uzun sürüyor ama ben konuyu bildiğim için anlatıyorum. Dün Hindistan'da çok önemli bayramlarından birini kutladılar. Tanrı Shiva ile ilgili şeyler. Dolayısıyla Doktor Naram'ın bu ışığa yükselmesiyle bu enerjinin çok yoğun olduğunu vurgulamaya çalışıyorlar özellikle. Ve tabii ki bu enerjinin bu yüksek olduğu bu şey içerisinde bizim de bu şeyin içinde, oluşumun içinde olmamız bir şekilde herhalde yararlanmamızı sağlayacak. Bunu vurgulamaya çalışıyorlar. Tabii ki gönderiyorlar. Vinay hep onun yanında görev yapmış bir kişi. Zaten vefatında da ilk yanına giden kişi. Dolayısıyla onunla çok büyük bir spiritüel ve şey bağlantısı var, geçmiş bağlantısı var. Çok önemli bir kişi ve tabii ki bu konularda son derece bilgili olan bir kişi. Thank you very much. I just gave a little explanation about Vinay. Thank you very much.
So beautiful.
I just want to add one thing, sir, if you allow me.
Please.
We also had on this auspicious day before many years, and Dr. Steve knows he's on the call, and Dr. Giovanni was there, that Her Holiness Saimaji also initiated as a Mahamandaleshwar on this day in the Varanasi when Dr. Smita ji and Krishna was little, and we have celebrated very well that moment also.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, thank you, Vinay. We have special messages also from Smita and Krishna will play on the call, as well as Dr. Stephen and many others. And the question is, how will love guide you? You know, how will honoring all the teachers, all the guides, all the mother energy in our lives, what will it guide you? What will love guide you to today? Asin, can you just translate that as we go into the meditation? I see Esther Francis wrote a poem called Ode to Goddess Pele, and I'm reading it. It's so beautiful, Esther. Maybe love will guide you to reach out and help someone. Love guided me today to create a fund for those that can't afford the herbs. Dr. Naram and I talked about this, and I'm calling it the Dr. Naram Herbal Life-Giving Fund. And at the very end of the call, we'll hear from someone who will be a beneficiary of that for the first time. But maybe love will guide you to something today. I know it's too much a sin to translate everything, but that main question as we go into the meditation with Gary, I think is very key. What will love guide you to today?
Evet, bugün sevgili Gary Malkin'in müziği eşliğinde meditasyon yapılacak ve burada sevgi size nasıl bir rehberlik edecek, ona bir odaklanmamızı istiyor. Kısaca, okay.
Beautiful. Gary, handing it over to you.
Greetings, everybody. So, namaskar. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's all take a deep breath together. Feel grounded, feet on the ground if you can. Close your eyes and just in deep breath. Someone said that when you breathe and you exhale with a sigh, it even helps more. So another breath. And one more. Our opportunity in this moment is to utilize the universal language of human emotion, music, to weave the threads of our beings into the awareness of the unity of the whole universe as we are all in the one heart together. What you're about to hear is something that's never been shared publicly online. Dr. Kenneth Druck is one of the world's experts on grief literacy. Grief literacy. Grief literacy. The power to assimilate and address grief that you can transform into transformation, as Lani was so beautifully saying earlier. And because we have limited time here, I want to really consciously as a community use these two tracks that I'm putting together as first the ones who can understand English to listen to what Dr. Ken Druck says about the most powerful way to respond to grief. And as we hold the space and listen to Dr. Ken speak about this and what we can do to transmute this grief into transformation, that'll be followed with this short musical piece, same piece that's underneath Dr. Ken, as an opportunity for you to feel the unity with this community and with the people in Turkey and Syria, and really the people who are suffering everywhere from tragedy or from horrible circumstance, and allow our hearts to be as one, as only this community can, to communicate our compassion. Queen Elizabeth said, love is the price we pay for grief. So let us let our love assimilate this phenomenal opportunity to feel as one together as we feel the grief and transmute it into our purpose. I'm going to play this piece from Dr. Ken Druck first, and those that can't experience English or understand, we're just going to allow the final piece and maybe we could do spotlighting. And what I would like to ask you to do is, if we spotlight in the music piece, not the first part, the first part's listening only, really allow your face to be just try not to do, I'm inviting you to be just present rather than use it as an opportunity to say hello to everybody. I'd like you to just be here, right? And as we're in the altar of love together, as we listen to this music to honor our grief. Thank you. I love you and I'm with you. Go ahead.
Do you want Asin to translate any of that about love and grief? I know it's a lot, Asin, but anything that stuck out to
Yes.
you?
Burada her zaman
Yeah, I sent you a
söylediğim
picture
gibi
too.
Gary'nin de söylediği gibi burada önemli olan şey tek olduğumuz ve bu teklik içerisinde, bütünlük içerisinde bu sevginin hepimiz tarafından algılanmasını, başka hiçbir şeye konsantre olmadan sadece müziği dinlememizi, çünkü müziğin de bir evrensel bir özelliği var. Dolayısıyla da bu meditasyonda bizim bağlantımızı sağlama açısından çok önemli. Gary o kadar bunu duyarak içten yapıyor ki mümkün olduğu kadar konsantre olmaya şey yaparsak, çalışırsak iyi olacak. Okay, thank you.
And Clint, I'm going to, because of the share problem, and I don't have a picture of Dr. Naram, I'm going to go and spotlight people randomly during the second half.
I did text you a picture and send it through WhatsApp as well, but it may be a little bit late for you to do it.
Oh dear. Okay. I don't want to, if I take time now, I won't fit within the window you've given me.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
okay.
good.
All right. So right now, as we drop in together, just think about the experience these people are feeling in Turkey as they've lost loved ones or that they're praying for them. Let's all be in solidarity together. Here we go. Sorry, hold on. Bear with me. Okay.
So you and I have a journey to make. None of us know how much time we have. And many of us hope that at the end of our time, we'll reunite with the person we love.
Did you want to just share your audio only?
Yeah, let me do that. Sorry.
Because we can see your mouse moving and what you're doing on your screen.
Yeah, I thought that I'd be able to do this, so I'm not. Okay, so please, all of us, just close your eyes as you experience this, and I'll stop sharing my screen. I apologize. I thought that I could do the spotlighting, but I can't. All right, here we go. All right, the moment is here. Okay.
So you and I have a journey to make. None of us know how much time we have. And many of us hope that at the end of our time, we'll reunite with the person we love. So what do we do until then? What will we make of this life? How will we live each day of the rest of our own lives as an expression of our love for the one we've lost? How will we honor them in the good things that we do? This is the challenge on the dark path of grief. The first honoring is our own survival. The first and most important thing we have to do is to breathe, is to make it to the next breath and the next day, to take care of this moment of choiceless pain, this moment of unknowingness, this moment of such uncertainty and sadness. And to have the faith that if we take care of this moment, the next moment will take care of itself. The journey of grief is a roller coaster that we're going to be on for a while. If we're people who are so used to controlling our lives and our emotions, this journey is going to teach us that pain is choiceless when you love someone so deeply. You will miss them. You will hurt. How do we turn this pain into an expression of love? How do we make that conversion? Day by day, learning to take care of ourselves, huddling with one another in support, patiently and compassionately, moving back into our bodies and nourishing ourselves with rest by postponing the things that are overwhelming and exhausting and can wait for another day. These are the lessons on the dark journey of grief. The life lessons we didn't want to learn. But here we are, learning them together, patiently, imperfectly, and learning perhaps more than anything, that the love we have for the person we lost is indestructible, and that we can choose to boldly love the person we lost in every minute and every hour of the day, and to feel their love, and to wrap ourselves up in the arms of self-compassion and self-care, that we may breathe and live again, to hold the flame of hope for ourselves and for others with great courage in this dark night of the soul.
So allow this music without the words to process the grief however it is that's best for you, and to feel the oneness of all of us together. In honor of Dr. Naram, who we also love, in honor of all the people who are suffering, and in honor of this beautiful community that we have the opportunity to amplify our love and turn it into purpose. May we allow this grief to fertilize our life with joy and love and purpose and clarity of who we came to here to be. I love you all, and I'm with you all. Thank you for allowing me to use my music in such a beautiful and powerful way in this community. And thank you, Clint, for the great opportunity to share it.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone, for really dropping in your heart. You know, whenever Gary and I meet, we always start with some minutes of silence. Before we speak, before we let the crowdedness of the day come in, when we meet, we start with silence. Gary, how about if we go into a couple minutes of silence right now? Will that feel good?
Yeah, the most eloquent music is silence. It's the grandmother of sound.
I'm going to put my timer on right now for 3 minutes, just in honor of Dr. Naram, in honor of anyone that you've loved, in honor of those in Turkey and Syria. And Esin, you want to share something before we do go into silence? Yeah, please.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I don't know how about those copyright issues are, but Gary, is it possible for me to translate this script and use this beautiful music, share it? Possible? Is it possible?
Of course. Cornelia will tell me how to, I'll send it to her and she can get it to you. And the transcription is already done with Bridget. She just, I think, did it in the chat. So we'll find a way to pull that together for you to make it work. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And would you like to share anything before we go into silence so they know what's happening?
No, that was
right.
just, I just was asking for permission. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you want to just translate that? We'll drop into 3 minutes of silence in honor of anyone who's passed or anyone who's struggling.
Yes.
All those we love.
Yes.
All right, take one deep breath in, let out a sigh. And 3 minutes starting now. And let's take one deep breath in together. And sigh out. Thank you, Gary.
I love you and I'm with you all. Namaste.
You know, when I saw the healing power of what Dr. Naram could do, I wanted to help him, and he wouldn't let me help him. He said my mind was too crowded. He said, I need help, but not from you. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, because if you tried to figure out the secrets, you'd learn them with your head, but not with your heart. And one thing he sent me to do was silence. And so it feels perfect that today we honor Dr. Naram by going into the silence. Listen, you want to translate that?
Yes. Dr. Clint bütün bu bilgilerin içine girdikten sonra Doktor Naram'a size yardım etmek istiyorum diyor. Sizin için ne yapabilirim diyor. Şu anda sen benim için bir şey yapamazsın diyor. Çünkü diyor senin diyor zihnin çok kalabalık diyor. Zihnin kalabalık olduğu zamandır diyor bir şey yapamazsın. Çünkü bunu yapabilmek için zihninin kalabalık olmaması lazım. Şimdi bu sessizliğin anlamı bu işte. Ve bunu Doktor Naram'ı anmak için bir kere daha kullanmış oldum. Tabii bu bizim şeyimiz için de, kaybettiklerimiz için de çok önemli bir şey oldu. 3 dakika oldu. Thank you.
And Dr. Giovanni, also, did Dr. Naram send you to silence, Dr. Giovanni, as well? Did Dr. Naram also send you for silence, Giovanni? Yeah. Oh, you have to unmute yourself. Oh, there we go.
Yes, she has sent me at the very beginning in a place in Gujarat where there is a ashram where whoever wants to do meditation, solitude, there is a place where they put you in a room and then they close you inside and then they offer you the food and then you stay there in complete silence and solitude.
Yeah. You know, Dr. Naram always gave credit to his master and the lineage. And he says the real place he learned most of the secrets was when his master sent him for silence. That's where he learned. And I love teaching him in that space of silence.
You want me to translate?
Yeah, if you can translate a little bit of that.
Bu sessizlik süreci Doktor Naram'ın çok önem verdiği bir şey. Ve zaten bu silsile, usta öğrenci silsilesinin içerisinde Jivaka'dan kendi ustasına kadar gelen silsilede bu yapılan bir şey. Doktor Giovanni'ye de aynı şekilde Doktor Naram bir şey vermiş, sessizlik süreci. Ashram dedikleri şeyler var Hindistan'da. Bu tür şeylerin yapıldığı, uygulamaların yapıldığı yerler var. Orada bir odaya davet etmişler Doktor Giovanni'yi ve uzun bir süre orada sessiz kendi kendine kalıyor. Kendi kendine kaldığı zaman varlıklar o zaman yukarıyla bağlantı kurmaları daha rahat oluyor ve bunun mutlaka yapılması gerekiyor. Siddha Veda öğretilerin içerisinde bunun yapılmasını istemiş Doktor Naram. Her iki öğrencisine de bunu yaptırmış. Thank you.
So now we're going to go to a series of messages, and there may be technical difficulties or you may not understand everything that's being shared. If that moment comes, just close your eyes, go into the silence and see what love teaches you. Asin, do you want to translate that part?
Evet, şimdi bir takım mesajlar var. Bu mesajların hepsini anlamak mümkün olmayabilir. Ancak yine de yaparsanız dinleyip onları yani hissetmek önemli diyor. Hissetmek önemli diyor. Şimdi o mesajlara geçecek herhalde. Okay.
Dr. Naram created many things in his life. Dr. Naram created many things. He created health. He created laughter. He created hundreds of herbal products. He created many companies, one of which was Ayushakti. He also created a beautiful son, Krishna, and he created so much in his life by going into the silence and letting love guide him.
Want me?
Yeah, I think you can translate.
Okay. Doktor Naram çok şey yarattı. Doktor Naram neşe yarattı, kahkaha yarattı, birçok bitkisel şey yarattı, oğluk Krishna'yı yarattı. O kadar çok şey yarattı ki, ama bu yarattıkların hepsini de bu sessizlikler içerisinde, yani bu sessizlik kavramının şeyle baş başa kalma, yani bizim inziva dediğimiz bir şey gibi düşünürsek eğer, Doktor Naram bunları bu sessizlik içerisinde kaldığı zamanlarda yaptı diyor. Okay.
I don't know anyone that I've personally met who's alleviated more suffering on the planet than this man.
Shall I get on?
Yeah, and leaving more separated, and through what he created, and through teaching others, through his teaching his wife, through teaching his son, through teaching so many students, he created so much possibility for alleviating suffering on this planet.
Dünyada herhalde Doktor Naram kadar üzüntüyü, acıyı ortadan kaldırmak için çalışmış olan kimse yoktur. Çünkü Doktor Naram bunu kendisi binlerce insana yardım ederek yapmaktan öte, bir de karısına, çocuğuna ve birçok başka kişiye bunu sağlaması için sevgi eşliğinde öğretti.
Yeah, through co-creating Ayushakti, which has lots of herbal supplements, through co-creating this book, which is now in 30 languages plus, spreading around the planet, and through teaching students, he set into motion ancient secrets that can touch every heart and every home.
Bütün insanların kalbine ve bütün evlere dokunabilecek şekilde bütün bu bilgilerin yetiştirdiği kişilerle dünyadaki herkese ulaşması için çalıştı. Ve bu kitabın da yazılması zaten bu şekilde oldu. Bu amaçla oldu.
And although we're speaking about Dr. Naram today, the main point of this call is you, and how love will inspire you. What love will inspire you to do today to help alleviate suffering.
Evet, aslında bugün bu toplantımız Dr. Naram'ı anmak için yapılmış olsa bile, aslında bunun hepsi sizler için. Sevgi size nasıl rehberlik ediyor? Bunu anlamanızı sağlamaya çalışmak. Yani bunun asıl amacı sizin sevgi tarafından, yani sevginin size nasıl rehberlik ettiğini anlamanızı sağlamak.
So in the book that we're gifting everyone from Turkey who's listening to this, the book, the first 3 chapters, the opening quote is what I want you to remember most as you listen to these messages.
Evet, bu mesajları dinlerken bu kitabında ilk başında bir deyiş var. Onu içinizde sindirerek aslında ne demek olduğunu içinizde sindirirseniz her şey daha kolaylaşacak. Çünkü her şey sevgi. Benim sizlere de anlatmaya çalıştığım gibi ham maddemiz sonsuz sevgi. Yaradanın sonsuz kaynağın özü sonsuz sevgi. Dolayısıyla öğretmek değil, sevgi size öğretilmiyor. Sevildiğiniz zaman öğreniyorsunuz sevgiyi. Dolayısıyla sevginin sayesinde öğreniyorsunuz her şeyi.
Now, Dr. Naram always kept a journal with him to take notes. So I invite everyone, get your journal out, get ready to take notes because we're going to be listening and powerful secrets will be shared and insights will come that you'll want to record.
Doktor Naram her zaman yanında kağıt ve kalem bulundururdu ve sürekli olarak not alırdı. Şimdi de biz burada bazı kadim sırlardan söz edeceğiz. Dolayısıyla siz de kağıdınızı, kaleminizi alın ve bunlardan yararlanmak için hazırlığınızı yapın. Yes.
Now, Vinay, anything you want to share before we go into these? There's basically 8 powerful videos. Each is about 3 to 4 minutes long. 3 to 4 minutes long from students around the world, sharing a message, a story with some practical tip. Vinay, anything you want to share before we go into these videos?
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I really would like to invite you everyone, because Dr. Naram, as Dr. Clint said, in his life, he was a very good giver, and he has given whole life to everyone, those who comes to him, and he just given his, and I can say that he's given his life for the ancient secret and this lineage and for the everyone. And in fact, it reminds me about that how he helped to the people who were suffering from earthquake situation in Nepal also when he was there, and Dr. Clint was there, and also he was the first of the Indian doctor who was there to help to the 9/11 people who were suffering from. He was the first responder from the India to share the ancient secret and take care of their, not only the health things, but the people who are suffering from the insomnia, anxiety, and so many things. He was there to help him out. So thank you so much. And I'm ready to listen to all this ancient secret from all the students.
Yeah, so today and for the next 2 weeks after, we're going to share such powerful secrets that you can create your own emergency kit. It's not about making you dependent, but about making you independent. So as we listen to these messages now, listen not only with your ears, but with your heart. So that it goes into you in a deep way. So you can be ready at any time to help and serve in the way that love guides you. Hassan, I know we said so much, but maybe whatever you can take. And Cornelia, get ready to play. Okay. We'll just do one video after another.
I know the subject, so I think I can just put it together in translation. As Vinay says, Vinay'in anlattıkları üzere Dr. Naram ilk Hintli doktor diyor. Bu kadar çok geniş bir kitleye yardımcı olan ve hayatını kadim sırlara adamış olan birisi. Dr. Naram'ın 11 Eylül New York'taki 11 Eylül olayından sonra yaptığı yardımlar zaten inanılmaz. Size daha önce bunu anlatmıştım. Bu çok basit bir şey gibi görünüyor olabilir ama aslında inanılmaz önemli bir şey. Binlerce yardıma koşan işte itfaiyeciler olsun, ilk yardım görevlileri olsun, bunların hepsi toksik zehirlenmeden dolayı çeşitli işte kiminde insomnia oldu ya uykusuzluk oldu, kiminde ciğer rahatsızlıkları oldu, kiminde çeşit hastalıklar baş göstermiş. Dolayısıyla onların tabletleriyle ve bütün bu bilgilerini kullanarak yardımcı oluyor Dr. Naram. Ve bunu da ücretsiz olarak yapıyor. Dolayısıyla yapmış olduğu hizmet inanılmaz bir şey. Şey oluyor, teşekkür ediyorlar. Amerika'daki bu New York şeyinin valisi teşekkür ediyor. Size hatırlayacaksınız, resimleriyle size göstermiştim. Bu çok önemli bir şeydi. Dolayısıyla Vinay de çok bu konuları çok vakıf olduğu için zaten kitapta da okuyacaksınız. Çok önemli bir hizmet Dr. Naram'ın yapmış olduğu.
And then, Asin, you can just let them know some have subtitles in Turkish and some don't. but we'll eventually get all of them subtitled in Turkish. But so not to worry, but some do and some
Okay.
don't. We're just going to play it
Okay.
anyway.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I will, if you're going to give the subtitles later, we'll just have it on WhatsApp or somehow I will share them with my community.
Okay. Do you want to let them know that we'll play some?
Okay, I forgot. Arkadaşlar, şimdi 3 tane şey yaptık, subtitle yaptık. Dr. Giovanni, Sandia ve Dr. Stephen. Onun dışında daha başka videolar da var. Fakat o videolar zamanında bize ulaşmadı. Altyazı. Ancak hiç sorun değil diyor Dr. Clint. Bu şeyleri daha sonra altyazı da yapacağız. Sen tercüme de edersin. Hepsinden yine faydalanabileceğiz. Thank you.
Beautiful. So Cornelia, now you can go ahead and play one after the other. The entire eight video clips will last a total of about maybe 28 minutes. And then afterwards, we'll have a chance to go into breakout rooms to discuss what does love guide us to do today? So Cornelia, turning it over to you.
Salve, I am Dr. Giovanni and I am sending this message from Italy. And 3 years ago, Dr. Naram has left the body and merged in the light. Dr. Naram has left a legacy, has left treasures of ancient healing secrets that can be very useful also now for the people that is suffering tremendous loss during the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. So there is one marma that will help to increase the heat in the body, to improve the circulation in the body, so that even if for the people that have lost their home and they don't have a shelter or they are exposed to the cold of the winter, they can have some kind of relief. So you do like this. Vigorously you do in this way, and you will feel that the hands will become warm and the body slowly become warmer. And then do like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this has been used by Dr. Naram while he was traveling in the northern regions of India, in the Himalayas, where the temperature was going below 0. So you make your body warm in this way. And you can also do massage under the feet if you have available ginger, if you have ajwain or only ginger powder. You do under the feet, do a massage with the ginger, so that all the circulation in the lower part of the body and in the body starts to increase. So this will give some release, some benefit, tremendous benefit in improving the circulation and keep your body warm even if you are exposed to the cold of the winter without a proper shelter. So much love to all of you. I love you and I am with you.
So beautiful, Giovanni. Thank you so much. Next.
Happy birthday, Dr. Naram. Pankaj, you will always be in my heart and a motivation for me to serve others. I see possibility everywhere from being around you. Seeing 400 to 500 patients a day, getting a chance to take pulse that rapidly, so moved me forward in my life. Watching you work on kids with disabilities, kids who couldn't speak, kids who couldn't walk, kids who couldn't think, and how you improve their lives through food, through education, through care, and then giving them jobs. They'd go around filming in the clinic, giving them purpose, giving them something to want for. Having mothers bring in babies and showing off children from people who at one point their parents thought they would always be a burden to them. And then here's a father coming in with their child, having a wife and a child and a job, when his parents thought there was no hope, just to be a burden to the family. You gave hope to people, even people who had conditions that their life would end sooner than later. You gave them hope, you gave them peace, you gave them love, and always possibility. I would love how you would look down the hallway at the end of seeing 400 to 500 people and look down the hallway to see if there was anyone else that you could serve. That gave me the ability to serve others tirelessly. Whether it's on ski patrol, whether it's on biking with veterans, whether it's adjusting people, whether it's taking people's pulse or doing consultations online. The energy just comes from the service, from the self-full service that you gave. Inspires me each day that the possibility for people to get well is there. Even though their diagnosis, even though their physical condition, their mental condition, their spiritual condition is always of purpose and wonder and awe. And we just have to uncover that. So through detox, through fasting, through marma, through herbs, and through faith, which you always said was the most important thing, that the doctor has to have faith in what they do, and the patient has to have faith in the doctor. And through that, people get well. So, happy birthday.
Thank you, Dr. Stephen. And next.
Namaskar. I am Dr. Sandhya from Japan, and I'm talking to you from India, Mumbai, from Dr. Naram's house. And a big thing has happened to your life, many of your life. And I want to share quickly what Dr. Naram has shared. He taught, whatever big things happens, then we get shaken. And that from Ayurveda's point of view, when we get shaken, shocked, that time our vata, the wind energy, goes up. So for this, he taught us very good marma, which is called Vayu Mudra. So in both hand, you bend your index finger and you touch the root of your thumb. And the remaining 4 fingers you meet. And you squeeze these 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This calms down the physical vata in your body. So this you do 6 times 6 as one set. Then now you take care of your mental vata. So now 2 fingers down and the remaining 3 fingers you meet and you squeeze these 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 2 kinds you do, so that you can calm down. And then I recommend you pat your heart gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love you and I am with you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Sandhya. All right, next. It's amazing, so symbolic as this call is going. It was dark when we started here and now the sun is coming out. I like that to be an analogy for our lives. All right, Cornelia, got this.
Namaste. Today for me is a very special day because it is the memorial of my beloved Dr. Pankaj Naram. I was very fortunate that I was
Sure, we can't
together
see the
with him
screen right now.
for
And we hear
over
is to Yogi.
25 years.
Let's see if we can adjust that. There we go.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I played the wrong movie, the wrong sound with the wrong movie. So sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, yep. Here we go. It's actually first.
All right. I cannot believe I'm here in Hawaii, same time as Marcy Shaimoff. Hello, hello. I should say
Hello. Aloha. Same
Now-
place, different island. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. We definitely need to be on the same island. So I'm giving you a big hug virtually on behalf of everyone on this call, watching from all over the world. If you don't know Marcy Shaimoff yet, you're going to be so happy that you heard from her today. First of all, she was featured on The Secret, was the co-author of Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul, Happy for No Reason, training people all over the world, and co-leads a program called Your Year of Miracles. So anyone that's participated in the Miracle Experiment game, you'll be like, wow, that sounds interesting. Also, dear friend of Dr. Naram. Now, Marcy, because today we're honoring Dr. Naram, you know, it's not honoring his past, honoring his life and what he passed on to us. You know, he didn't just pass on, he left us with so much. And now as people are in Turkey, Syria, struggling or whatever disasters or whatever challenges come in our lives, his example, you know, his life gave us so much that we can use, practical tools and also mentality tools, you know, how to live life. And can you share, how did you meet Dr. Naram, and what's maybe one story, a favorite story or experience with him that you think can help all of us?
Well, I was so blessed to meet Dr. Naram. Probably, I think it was 21 years ago we met. Some mutual friends introduced us, and I was blessed to get to have him be my doctor for a long time. And one of the stories that I most love about, I was so fortunate that I got to host Dr. Naram and actually Dr. Pankaj and Dr. Smita and little at the time, Krishna. I think he was like 2 or 3 years old. And he was a ball of fire. And they came and stayed at our home in California. And one of my rooms in my home was a big library, and it had, I don't know, a couple thousand books maybe. And that room was the only place that Dr. Naram wanted to be. He loved books, like books were his thing. He said books are just one of the medicines of life. And as soon I showed him our whole house, and he just made a beeline back to the library. And pretty much all the time that we spent there, he went through all my bookshelves. He goes, oh, I know this book and I know this book. Do you know this person? He loved authors. I think I was the one that introduced him to Jack Canfield, who was my mentor and the co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And he just couldn't stop talking about books. When we were in the car, he wanted to be hearing a book. When we were in home, he didn't want to be in the kitchen or the dining room. He wanted to be in the library, looking through the whole series of books. and just commenting on all of them that he'd read. And I so appreciated about him his absolute love of life, Ayurveda, love of health, and love of knowledge. You know, Ayurveda, the wisdom, the knowledge of life. And he was all about knowledge and wisdom and helping people apply it in the best ways in their own lives. And he was tireless. He was tireless with it. And when we weren't looking at the books or listening to a book on the tape, we were calling another author that I knew so that he could thank them for what they had shared with him in his life. And that was just such a big love of his. And I will always remember his love of knowledge and his love of life and his passion. And of course, I will always remember Krishna being this bundle of energy running through the house and being a great ray of sunshine. So,
did you ever make it to India by chance? Just curious.
I made it to India many times.
Did you ever go home and see his library?
I did not go see his library, but I bet it was 5 times bigger than mine. How many books?
Yeah, it was full of books. And I asked him, I was like, have you read all of these? He's like, even if you get a single idea from a book, it makes it all worth it. And it was interesting. It was so, I remember when I first told him, I'm writing a book about you. He was curious. He was excited. He kept asking me about it. And then finally, I read the first chapters to him and Marianji at the time. And after I read them the first chapters, you know, this was maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago or something like this. Then he stopped asking me about it because what I wrote wasn't very good at the time. And I remember I just started being more curious. I started reading some of his books, asking more questions. And I realized that as I wrote it, I was trying to do it without including myself in it, write it from different perspectives. And one writing coach told me, no, you have to write it so vulnerably that you don't want anyone to read it. And only then it will work. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. But I did it. You know, even the book that most people on the call that has been translated into Turkish and 30 other languages. And when I finally wrote it that way, when Dr. Naram took it, and he actually had one of the people that was my biggest critic in Germany says, no, you don't want an American to write your book. You know, and he was just always fighting him against it. Finally, when she read it, she's like, Dr. Naram, how did you know he was the right person to write the book? And Dr. Naram was like, you did it. And then he became so excited to have this book in the planet Earth. And so I'm so happy that you
for good reason, because Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer is a fabulous book. You did a beautiful job of putting your own journey in there, and you did a beautiful job of honoring the wisdom and the knowledge of Dr. Naram and I love the book. This is why I endorsed it. So
yeah. When the opening quote in the book, I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you. Love will teach you. What does that mean to you in your life?
Well, love is the true healer. Truly, love, the energetics of love. Love is an energetic frequency. And it's the truth of who we are. And when someone brings their love to someone else, it reminds them, it wakes up in them the truth of who they really are. And I think that is ultimately the healer, when we come to know that the truth of who we are, that we are love. And when someone else in our presence is able to mirror that to us, that's the ultimate solvent.
Yeah, I love that. Even when I think about all the people that volunteered to translate the book about Dr. Naram into their own languages, and even Asin, who's on this call translating right now, inspired to translate it into Turkish and finished right before the earthquakes hit, and now has been distributed in such a beautiful way. You know, the volunteers who created the version for kids, the coloring activity book, and all the people, even to create the 100-day course. Now, right before the call started, you said that you have several friends that are in the 100-day experience, including Jeannie, who shared about her very powerful experience. And what are they saying, or what's your?
They are raving about the 100-day course, and they're saying that they're already experiencing great shifts in their life from it. I don't know what day you're on now, but and Jeannie Herrick, who's just been a dear friend of mine for years, and she loves sharing her story, which is such an inspiring story. And just what you're doing, Clint, is such a great tribute to Dr. Naram and his, it's a legacy that he left with all that's being continued in his name. And I'm so glad for this wisdom in your program, and I'm so glad for this day that you're having as a great honor to Dr. Naram, and as also great service.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now, I know from here you go to Bora Bora, and then you'll be back in the US, and I can't wait to see you again, give you a big hug, and catch up more.
Yeah,
but
you have to come visit.
Yeah.
Lots of love and blessings to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Marcy, and talk to you soon.
Thank you.
How beautiful. If you remember, Jeannie Herrick is the one who shared about having the cancer the size of a man's fist in her body and it melting away. It's one of Marcy Shimoff's good friends. So good to see you on the call today, Jeannie, too. Go ahead.
Yes, I know him since 1994.
Rewind this one a little bit. So this is Suyogi from Germany.
Namaste. Today for me is a very special day because it is the memorial of my beloved Dr. Pankaj Naram. I was very fortunate that I was together with him for over 25 years. I know him since 1994, and he was my friend, my father, my brother, and my beloved mentor and teacher. And I could share so many things, so many experiences with him, but today I would like to share a personal story with him. Once I went through a very difficult, dramatic personal situation, and during this time, Dr. Naram he called me nearly 2-3 times in a week, and he asked me,
Sen de
how
benim
am I
gibi şey
doing? He was
yapmıyorsun.
so curious and so open to listen to me and to understand me. So when the situation was very difficult for me, he then one day he just called me and he said that, okay, I'm going to come. And I said, but you have your CTV serial, the shooting was going on. And he said, it doesn't matter, I'm going to come because right now you need someone by your side. I was so touched. And when he came to Berlin, he told me that he cancelled a 1-week shooting. Imagine what that means to cancel a 1-week shooting. So he came and he was sitting every day 2-3 hours with me, and he was trying to really understand my situation. And then he shared a wonderful situation with me. He said, look, this is just a test for you. It will not be forever. It is only a temporary test. And the first step to healing, according to the ancient secrets, is always to accept the situation which you cannot change. I was not able to change the situation. And then he said, the second thing is you have to forgive the ones. This is what your teacher, Hari Prasad Swamiji, your spiritual teacher, he always taught you, you have to forgive the ones who is doing wrong to you. And then I went through a very deep forgiveness meditation and process, which made me free from the situation, and I accepted the things how they are. And then I applied what Dr. Naram, look, for me this was a real beautiful act of love. He came to be with me, to share my most difficult moments of my life. And this was a true act of love, because love is always an act which you show in the situation when someone is in need. So according to the ancient secrets, he gave love, and because he gave me so much love, I was able in the difficult situation to, even when my heart was really broken, I was able to also give my patients love, and not only love, but I could even give more love, because through that giving of love, I became free from the situation and I could become a better healer. So what I suggest is that whenever someone is in need or in a difficult situation, please share these secrets with him, that they go into acceptance. Even if it is not changeable, it is no use to constantly go into the negative thoughts and relive the story in your mind again and again. And really then accept it from the bottom of your heart and not wait that the others are changing, but you yourself going into a deep change and into a deep way of going into healing and freedom. So thank you very much, Dr. Naram, for all your love and for all your guidance in all these years, and your work which you have given, your secrets which you have given. They are continuously living in the people, and they are never going to end. And the ancient secrets, they are going to continue forever. And your vision and your mission that the ancient secrets will be one day in every home in the world, I'm sure we are going to succeed. Thank you very much, and namaste.
Thank you so much, Suyogi. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Cornelia, we have the next one set. And Vinay, Giovanni, so beautiful hearing these messages, isn't it? Such a gift of love today.
Today is a very special day, and this is why we came to a special place where we went many times with Dr. Naram when he was here in Berlin to make clinic with his patients, and we feel very touched in our hearts to come back to this place, which is right now a construction. And we were talking today about Dr. Naram and what was really a deep gift he always gave to us. And this beautiful girl, she spent clinic days with Dr. Naram, and I want to ask you, what was special for you about experience and being with him?
Every time he was with me, I felt joy in my heart, and I was always happy and had the enthusiasm to do something and had the energy, and I was not tired. And he told me always to become a doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, and my wish also was to become an Ayurvedic doctor, and he showed me some points how to do something as an Ayurvedic doctor.
Do you remember what he has taught you? What impressed you?
He
touched you.
He touched my heart, and he taught me some mama points, and yeah, that was really nice.
Which mama point do you still know?
Here the point. Then here the point.
Very good. Do you know for what this point here is?
For concentration.
Super, for concentration. How many times you have to press it?
6 times.
Very good. Can you show it?
Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very good, beautiful. So this is how much he touched our hearts, that even years later, it's imbibed in the heart. And once Dr. Naram was asking us, what is it what actually his patients are giving to you? Are they giving money? Is this a precious thing? Or their time? And then he said, we don't know. And he said, the most precious what patients are giving to you is hope. They're giving you their hope. And this is also what Yatri experienced. He gave her so much hope that she can really do it, that she can become a doctor. And we all had these experiences with him. He was really someone who activated so much hope in us. And please let us remember this beautiful quality about him, and also be someone who gives hope to people, especially now in these times which are getting harder and more difficult, that we can be ambassadors of hope and really make him proud and really make him happy. Jai Swaminarayan.
That's so beautiful. Actually, if you even look in the book on page 15 and page 16, this is Yatri, the picture where Dr. Naram is pressing the marma is Yatri, who is in the video right now. And she remembered it. It's so fun to hear her English so good and to see her so grown. And what a beautiful thing. That's so fun. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Yatri. All right, we have another very special video. Dr. Naram, he chose as his family a powerful partner who could continue on a legacy in creating the herbal products long beyond his life, and has created many companies, one of which is Ayush Shakti, which has done so much good on planet Earth. And so fun to have Dr. Smita and Dr. Krishna join us to give a special message.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
My name is Krishna Pankaj Naram.
And I am Dr. Smita Pankaj Naram.
Now, today is a powerful day because today is the day marks 3 years since my father, Dr. Pankaj Naram, transformed, and instead of being just physically with us, now he is always with us.
Yes.
But today is a big message from our heart to your heart. Number one, what are the biggest ancient secret Mummy and I discovered with Papa and Mummy with their master? And second, an ancient secret from our heart to the hearts of everyone in Syria and Turkey, our family and our loved ones, everyone in Syria and Turkey.
So my learning by being with Dr. Naram, who was also my husband, of course, and my teacher in many ways, I've learned a lot. But the main thing, if somebody will ask, one main thing which I learned is actually how to be with other human being, how to create the healing already as soon as somebody will meet you, instantly. I saw that everybody who came to his room, and as soon as they came out, they were just smiling. People who came in distress went inside walking with a lot of pain, and then when they came out, they were like smiling as if there is nothing happening. They are all fine. And the reason is that he had ability to change the state of mind. And for that he taught me a very big lesson in a very practical way, which I want to share you. So one day in Italy, we were working, actually, I was somewhere else in Italy. I was teaching about the herbal formulas to some group of doctors, and he was working at Dr. Lisiani's place, and I come there. He says, Smita, you have to today check pulse of one patient. I said, okay, where is this patient? And I'm like, okay, I have to take care of the patient. And before I even understand anything, he actually opened the bag and removed a python and put on my neck. And I'm like, oh my God. I was so afraid, so fearful. I was thinking, I don't know if this python is docile. Will it bite me? Will it eat me? What is going to happen? And he says, so I am afraid, and the python is also getting afraid because he gets my vibrations. And then Pankaj says, calm down, this is a patient, you must love your patient, you must love your patient. If you love them, they feel your love. Loving a python, can you imagine? Oh, but I was surrendered. So in my heart, I started saying, I love you, python, I love you, python, I love you, python. And you will not believe me, my fear was settled. I really felt some nice things about the python just in 3 seconds, and the python felt it immediately, and it was behaving in a weird manner and like literally making sound. It just calmed down and it was just settled on my body and just slowly moving as if he is massaging me. This was a lesson to show that if you want to create a healing in other person, first you have to have love in your heart. You must feel that you are healed and you are healthy. This was the lesson for me. So each time, ever since then, when I am working in the clinic, I always in my heart take care of my issues
and make sure that I love me and I love everybody who will see me today. This was my lesson. You can do this exercise which he always taught. Put your hand on your heart and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And you will be able to create this love in your space everywhere.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much. We love you and we are with you. Everyone in Turkey and Syria. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
So beautiful. What a powerful lesson. And we have one more video from Krishna with sharing a powerful secret.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
My name is Krishna Pankaj Naram. I'm the son of Dr. Pankaj Naram. And hearing this news since the last many days has been very, very traumatizing. Thinking of everyone in Syria, in Turkey, and now coming to the third year since my father, Dr. Pankaj Naram, transitioned from being physically with us to now being always with us. And this brings up a lot of feelings where I can tell you, I know what it means to lose a loved one. And when in Nepal, many years back in 2016-17, there was an earthquake. Papa said, Krishna, go there and be with the children who have lost their father, mother in the earthquake. When I went there, houses were broken. They were pulling out their family members. One man met me. I started asking him, how are you doing? He says, I just pulled out my brother after 2 days of searching. And he's barely alive, but I'm so happy to see him. And I'm going to do everything to make him better. Now, at that point, what are the ancient secrets that Papa taught me, Mummy taught me, that anybody can use in a crisis situation, which I used when I saw that my father, who I believed will be with me forever, I saw him laying on the ground, not breathing, and I did not know what to do. My life crashed. And so when a challenge comes, natural calamity like earthquake, big destruction, and you lose loved ones, what to do? Number one, this is the mantra, so say after me. Om Namo Shanti Karaya Kuru Kuru Swaha. Say this 9 times, 18 times, multiples of 9, pressing this marma 6 times. And next, do this to your loved ones and yourself. Right earlobe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in repetitive sets of 6. And this leaves a message of I love you from inside. Then the next marma is your one hand here, the other hand here, and in sets of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Believe it or not, I did this to the children whose mother, father were buried under the debris, and they started feeling better. They cried and then released and now started to smile. I did it to my own self and got up and discovered the true power within. So I invite you, in this natural calamity, in this horrible earthquake, I invite you to do these secrets and discover your power within. I love you and I am with you. We love you and we are with you.
We are with you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
So in reflection of these powerful messages. Giovanni?
Oh, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, so very deep messages, touching, how you say, sharing of experience and connection with Dr. Naram. Yeah, what Yogi was saying, that Dr. Naram was used to say, I will stand near you like a rock. So means that I will be always present with you. Whenever you have any problem, whenever you have any necessity, I will be there on your side, helping you, loving you, supporting you in any way. This is a powerful example. He was just leaving India, traveling, and going to Germany just to be near the dear one. Yes, Yogi in that case. But he was doing something out of the way in many occasions, yeah, to help the patients, found solution, supporting everybody. So this is very, very important. And also, yes, the last Marma, the girl was showing. These are very helpful, and Krishna has done very helpful to calm down, to help in this stressful, unbelievable stress that I could just imagine people are going through in this earthquake. So this point, yeah, helping to calm down, and very powerful, very powerful. Thank you, Clint. Thank you, everybody. Naram, thank you, Dr. Mita, and your even all whoever they have expressed their, Dr. Sandhya, that they have done shared their knowledge and experience.
You know, two ways. So the question on this call is, what will love inspire you to do? And Dr. Stephen, I'm excited for you to share in a moment. I just want to do two announcements. One is that today is the last day to sign up for the detox, the guided detox, either 7-day or 30-day. In honor of Dr. Naram, any excess money that comes beyond whatever are the expenses, we're going to donate from Ancient Secrets Foundation towards the cause of those in Turkey and Syria who need help. The other thing, while Dr. Naram was alive, he kept telling me he wanted to create a fund for those that can't afford herbs, but really can benefit from it. Kind of like a perpetual fund in which once you get healthy, you pay more money into the fund than what your herbs cost, so that it continues to grow and more people can benefit. On the call today, we have the first beneficiary of this. Her name is Veronica, and she's joining from Spain, a friend of Diego, who's the one that translated the book into Spanish, finds herself in a very difficult situation right now. And so Veronica, on behalf of everyone who's struggling, we're excited to share with you this gift of making sure you have enough money to sponsor the herbs for you, so that way you can pay it back into the future. And so with love, we're so grateful to be with you. We love you, and we're with you, Veronica. And, you know I see Diego's not here, and you're English. So is it okay if we have you share your story when Diego is here next Sunday, or you want to share a little bit right now? I see. Yeah, it's muted right now. Can you unmute yourself? All right, Veronica, I don't know why the situation's happening, which is tricky, but let's all put our hands together and send love to Veronica. We love you, and we're with you, dear one. Thank you for saying, yes, I want this healing in my life. And even though I can't afford it, I'm willing to move on this path, and I trust that the universe will support me. So those are the two announcements for today. Andrea, if you can put about the detox, and in fact, and then we'll give more information also on how those that want to contribute to that fund for helping those that can't afford herbs to get them, and then they can pay it back in the future. Now, Dr. Stephen, I saw you had your hand raised. You want to share your impression from today, anything that came into your heart from today?
So today, Dr. Naram is very much in my heart. I purchased a handicap van to move a friend of mine around. People are like, what are you doing? But that's his inspiration. He went so far out of his way to help people. And then what I did today is I took Hank, and we went and picked up one of his friends in the van, and we took the van to the dog park. So I'm going to fill the van with dogs in his honor, and we're going to go to the dog park together next week.
I love it. So good. Also, in honor of Dr. Naram, Dr. Stephen is doing an introduction to Landmark Forum. It's a free experience, but Andrew, if you can put it in the chat, you just have to sign up saying you're interested in going. That's February 28th and at 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And so we're looking forward to that experience as well. Next Sunday, you'll hear a little bit more about it from Dr. Stephen and Krishna. But Stephen, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Vinay, any words you want to share before we go into the breakout rooms?
Yeah, it reminds me about when Suyogi Ben was sharing her experience, and you and Dr. Giovanni are witness of it. Something has happened, one mistake happened, and that really created a situation for the Dr. Naram, and I was very upset. And I have to wake him up, and he was sleeping. He was in Berlin at that time, and at that time, somehow I cleared that situation. But in the back of the mind, I was saying that now it's over, and I think I will lose my job and something. So I had so many thoughts in my mind, and I was thinking that how I can take care of my daughter, my family, and everything. So I was sitting, I was not able to face my family also. So I was sitting in the washroom, and I just messaged to Dr. Naram, please forgive me and at least give me one chance to rectify these things. And he messaged me, and Dr. Clint is a witness of it. And he said, how I can leave you? You are like my, you are like my child. And yes, yeah, but that really helps me a lot. And after that thing, I was able to face the situation in that situation when I have gone through. But he was there, though he was physically in the Berlin, but he helped me a lot and many things. And if you can share that picture when I was there with Dr. Naram last time before he flew to the Nepal, Tibet, and Dubai. I asked him about that. I would like to speak with you for the 5 minutes and alone, because Dr. Naram always with all the people around him. So Dr. Naram said, yes, definitely will speak. And Dr. Clint has took my picture with him. And on that day, every time he used to call me as Vinay Bhai, Vinay Bhai. On that day, he was like speaking, son, listen to this, son, listen to this, son, listen to this. And that way he shared many wisdoms and insights, which really helped me today when I started my new journey about on the ancient secret and to fulfill his dream to bring ancient secret every home, every heart. That really helped me a lot. And that picture, whenever I see now, that really motivates me and remind me about that situation. Okay, that Dr. Naram is always with me. He is always there and giving me the support in all the ways. Sometimes he works in the Dr. Smita, sometimes in Krishna, sometimes in Dr. Clint, sometimes my best buddy, Dr. Giovanni. So I always feel that way, that he is working through the different people, but he's with me. And what he wrote me in the message that you are my child, how I can leave you. So I feel that way, that he is always with me. Thank you so much.
Vinay, what a powerful example of how, you know, for him, there was no such thing as failure. There's only feedback. And how even on today's call, we had so many technical difficulties, you know, so many things happen, but there's just feedback. And in the space of love and forgiveness, so much deeper healing is possible. Vinay, I want to acknowledge this great man. With love, he created this entire event in recognition and honor of Dr. Naram. And I also want to acknowledge, you know, many of us say we wish we would have met Dr. Naram, but we never had a chance. And I want to acknowledge this amazing woman, Asin, even though she didn't physically have the same association with Dr. Naram as Vinay, is as much a part of the mission as anyone else. You know, when I talked about the book, it didn't work until I put my own story into it. I think it's an analogy for all of us. The ancient secrets don't work until you put your story into it. Your story is the one that matters. And when you put your story into it, all kinds of magic, miracles, deeper healing is possible. Today is a golden opportunity with the detox. Either do a 7-day or 30-day detox with the donations going towards Turkey and Syria. Today is a golden day if you want to donate towards the fund that helps those that can't afford herbs in honor of Dr. Naram. And today's a good day to just listen to whatever love taught you to do today. And we're going to go into the breakout rooms right now so you have a chance to discuss what came into your heart beyond any of the words that were shared. What did love inspire you today?
Dr. Clint, may
Yeah.
I for a second? Vero was just messaging me and she prepared with so much love to speak, and I have hopefully managed now to unmute her so she can actually speak now.
Oh, beautiful. Please, Vero, you're a representative. You're a microcosm of the macrocosm. So please share from your heart.
I problem with the microphone and mute. I am very nervous. I read my speech, okay, for share with you, with everyone. Thank you for this space and taking the time to listen to me. I am Veronica Atencia. I'm 42 years old. I'm computer sciences. I have been diagnosed with an autoimmune degenerative disease for 20 years when I was 20 years old and was beginning to live. I was studying computer science at the university, and overnight I completely lose my vision on my left eye. The next morning, the doctor performed a lumbar puncture, and it is at this moment where they destroyed my life. They hurt my back. Diagnostic multiple sclerosis. That day, my order begins. I suffer paralysis in half my body, back pain, insomnia. I lose my speech, my memory. It affects my bladder, my right knee locks, and many other things limiting. In 2010, I had no life and decided to end it. I wanted committing suicide, but something happened that I did not complete it. I recovered with great difficulty, and then I decided to leave home. My parents don't understand my situation. Moment, please. They think that I have to resign myself to looking bad, and I stop wasting money on solutions that don't work. They faithfully believe in doctors. I started a new life. I wanted to investigate and find another alternative to heal and repair all damages I was causing the illness. I was a healthy girl, no pain, very athletic, with a lot of energy, and I wanted to get that healthy Veronica back. Computer science also opened many doors for me to obtain information and test new and natural things on my body. The doctor evicted me, and I began my path to healing on my own. In 2016, I met a girl from the world of naturopathy, and she wants to help me, Thanks to this girl, I did a 3-year naturopathy course. With this training and many others, I have learned how the human body works and what I need, which has helped me to recover a large part of my health. 2 months ago, I met Diego Colondron. He introduced me to this philosophy of life, Ayurveda. He offers me a wall of valid options to improve even more. Today, he is the one who helps me with the language. He is my interpreter, but today he had to leave and not here now. I still have something to recover, but I know I am on the right track, and I will recover my health to 100%. I'm going through economic problems that prevent me from acquiring the treatment that Dr. Giovanni has recommended to me. So I need help. I cannot finish healing due to financial limitation that I have suffered for 3 years. The book and this course of 100 days ancient secrets helps me a lot. And I wanted to finish to recover my health, because when I am very young, I lose. For this reason, I'm launching this bill for help. I hope that someone can offer me their help. My objectives are clear. I want to heal myself. I wanted to recover my life, and I need money or ways to achieve it.
Yeah, one thing,
Thank
Veronica,
you so much for listening
so much.
to my story.
It takes a lot of courage to say, I'm struggling and I need help. It takes a lot of courage to say that, Veronica. And to
I
say
am very
yes,
nervous.
and to say yes to life.
Now. I'm very...
Yeah, you did fantastic. Now, Dr. Naram, Giovanni, and I, and Vinay, we never ever saw Dr. Naram turn anyone away because of money. I never ever saw him ever turn anyone away because of money. Now, it's difficult when in this world you sometimes need, and I love that the home remedies are basically free. The Marma is free. You always have your body. You can change your diet. So many of the instruments are accessible to anyone around the planet. Now, some of them through Ayushakti or whatever way you have to pay for herbs, and it doesn't feel right to me that someone could benefit so much and not have access. And that's why through the Ancient Secrets Foundation, we're creating this beautiful Dr. Naram Herbal Life Giving Fund. And the link we were posting, it wasn't working exactly. So I just want to show you, if you just go to ancientsecretsfoundation.org, and at the very top, there is a link. And when you click on donate, it brings you to another page where it just shows you where you can make it either a one-time donation or a recurring donation. If everyone on this call donates $3, then Veronica will have enough to cover her entire healing modality. So even if it's just from your heart, something, I encourage you to consider this out of love for Veronica, and that she's a microcosm of the macrocosm. She's the beginning part. I just want to see a raise of hands. Who wants to see some beautiful miracle happen for Veronica? Yeah. So even if it's not money, let's send her love, and let's put our hands together right now in this moment. And let's say, Veronica, we love you and we're with you. Te amo.
Thank you.
And nosotros con te.
Veronica, I love you. I'm with you.
All right.
Hello.
Actually,
I think I can't pay right now. Forgive me. I channel Lakshmi.
yeah, beautiful.
Blessings to
you.
Can you tell me what the
Everyone put your hands together. Oh, I love you. I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Love you, Ina. Love you, Robin.
Thank you both, Sherry.
Okay. Charlotte. Roxana. Love you, Beverly. Love you, Bob. Love you, Kimberly.
Beautiful. You inspire me so much. Thank you so much for investing your time in today to benefit yourself, for benefiting those in Turkey and Syria. We have those special gifts for all those people. I want to thank especially Asin and Vinay and Giovanni. Asin, thank you so much. Thank you for showing up with so much love. So for those that still can stay on the call, we're going to have a breakout room. I'm going to just set it up so anyone who wants to go into the breakout room can just talk about, what did love inspire you to do today? How is love guiding you?
Oh,
Leonore, you want to start? How did love guide you today?
I wasn't muted. I'm sorry. I am overwhelmed, but I took notes, and it is, what has love taught me? It is way bigger than I ever imagined. It is so infinite and so huge. And today was over the top with the sharing of others, but also the messages, and where I can learn the what message. I thought I've forgiven a lot. I have no more pain here, but our friend in Berlin, with yet more letting go, more forgiving, and also accepting. Every message was so powerful. Every individual on this call. I don't want to take people's time up, but I'm sure many people feel the same way. This was over the top. Thank you so much to everybody.
I love how you're letting love guide you, you know. In fact, all this whole community, Ancient Secrets community, getting together in Sedona, Arizona, June 6th to the 8th, it's actually 5th to the 8th, letting love guide. And so I encourage everyone that can come to that event. I see Linda says, love taught me I can gift my Spanish language skills to those who need them. Siempre. Ellen asked the question, when you go to that page, the link to donate is for the orphans too. Yeah, it's the same link. You just indicate the project it's for. So I'm excited, everyone. You can go now if you wish, you can go into the breakout rooms and just share. What did love guide you today? Was there something today? Maybe it's to forgive. Maybe it's to love. Maybe it's to share. Maybe it's to look out for someone in your life. But just invite you to go ahead and go in the breakout rooms, and you can stay as long as you want. And if you're watching this on Facebook Live, share with someone in your life. And I know love is guiding me today to spend time with my mom. It's her 80th birthday, so I'm going to go share this space and the love with her. I love you, and I'm with you. Namaste.